Hello everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Sun and Moon. In the last episode, there was no game audio, and I had no idea. So I'm sorry about that, but in this episode, we have game audio. So I really apologize for that. I didn't mean to do that, but in the last episode, we also met Team Skull. Lily wanted us to wait for her or something like that, but we were just trying to ditch her. Fortunately, we can't get away from these stupid people, you know, who are supposed to be our friends, but they just tell us really obvious stuff that I don't really care about. Well, go buy your clothes. You're moving on to your first trial. You're going to Verdant Cavern. I read something in an old book once. Blah, 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 the stand of the tea, type of cocoa. Blah, 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 my name's Lily, I suck, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically what we're basically going to assume here. I'm just going to keep going here. Apparently Tauros is back here. He wants more apples still. And I believe this is the last we'll see of Tauros. So that's pretty nice. I'm just going to go. Wait, there, Chase, I got this ornery creature. Calm down again. Why don't you try giving him a little pat? I don't want to give him a little pat. You give him a pat. You give him a fucking pat. Alright? I don't want to touch this thing. This thing is ferocious. This thing is gonna eat me. It's gonna gore me with its giant antlers. Or antlers, horns, I guess. Well, you want to play tag now? The Melee Kahuna never loses friends. Or friend. Never loses friend. Alright, well, let's get going. Verdant Cavern, right up ahead. But first, we have some Pokemon battles here that we have to go through. This lady, she's a... Oh, I'm a trial goer. Yeah, that's me. I am the trial goer. So I'm pretty excited that we're actually going to get to our first trial today in this episode. I'm probably just going to go ahead and do it in this episode and make this a bit of a long one. But it is pretty nice. There are a few other areas that we can explore too on our way to Verdant Cavern, which we might do that, and then maybe do save Verdant Cavern for the next episode. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there. But this battle shouldn't be too hard. Ghastly is actually pretty weak of a Pokemon, so it's only one shot it with a dark move or something. Even I bet if you even had like your Poplio or like whatever you wanted to do, that's still a pretty easy fight. There are some new Pokemon here that you can catch if you wanted to. In this route, you have Growlithe, you have Smeargles can be caught on this route. What else can you get? Makuhitas can be caught on this route in the little dark patches that are there. So it's always nice to go ahead and just train here. I like doing this little side area just because, like, the game, as of like other Pokemon games, this game's actually kind of hard, like, going forward. Like, it starts out pretty easy, like normal Pokemon games, but, like, you get a bit of a level jump, like, towards, like, level 40, 50, like, towards the Elite Four there. Like, it is pretty ridiculous, so it is nice to get all the levels that you can. I like battling everyone. I will probably skip a couple battles because maybe, like, I just won't have something to talk about, or maybe I just don't will want to do them or something. Static. I miss the days when Bite was a special attack, man. Back in my day. You know, back in my heyday. Tail Whip. You can tell this is a female Pikachu because he has a heart tail. It's very nice. And I'm paralyzed and I can't move. This is perfect. This battle is going just the way I wanted it to. Tail Whip cuts down my defense, yeah? Okay. Well, so I still should knock out this Pikachu because he only knocked down my attack once. They say defense is the best offense, but I disagree. Actually, it's the other way around. It's vice versa. But hey, what are you gonna do? I should heal my Grimer because I do want to still fight with Grimer. Actually, you know what? Let's give Rowlet a little shot here, you know? We haven't seen Rowlet in a few episodes here because I've been so happy with my new Grimer. Let's give Rowlet a shot. Rowlet's probably the strongest member on our team, and I haven't even been taking advantage of it, so we'll see what happens there. I love how people just want to, like, battle, like, on, like, people's graves. I can't... Is this a Pokemon grave, or is this a people grave? I'm not 100% sure. I think this is a... I think there's another cemetery. Okay, this is the Pokemon cemetery. Yeah, it's very sad. It's sad, you know? Pokemon die. Like, it's such a real-world thing, and he's like, yeah, Pokemon die! Fucking office worker Jeremy. You seem really happy about it. I wonder if it's like a respect thing to have Pokemon battles on like your grave, because I feel like it shouldn't be like that. I feel like this shouldn't be a thing that happens. I'm gonna go with Leafage. I don't know if this is really gonna be super effective because of the steel typing, because I feel like grass is weak against steel, because like if you threw leaves at like steel, I mean, what would happen? Nothing. Like it would just brush off the steel, like, you know? Just thinking about that. The whole rock, paper, scissors mentality really gets really complicated when you get into things like poison, psychic, dragon, fairy. Like, it gets pretty ridiculous. But I mean, it makes some sort of sense, I guess. Maybe it only makes sense because I'm so used to playing Pokemon, but I'm just not 100% sure. This guy here, he's old. Here, the Pokemon that was my family rests. However, rather than being mournful, I endeavor to present myself as cheery. That's not good. I mean, you should be mournful. Like, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you compress your feelings. I don't fucking know. Come on, Stanley. You're being ridiculous now, man. You know, it's okay to be mournful sometimes. You know that, right? You know, it's just human nature. Because otherwise you're just a sociopath if you don't feel human empathy. And, like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be a sociopath. You have to feel some sort of human empathy and feel for other people because you know what it's like to be in other situations. So now your other Pokemon's dead, and you could be mournful of that instead. So there, I'm actually helping you out. You can't sleep too. That's actually kind of dark. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Alright, I didn't even notice that before, but yeah, yeah. I did kill his Makuhita. I mean, what are you gonna do? TM 100. I'd never thought we'd see the day that we'd get TMs that are over 100. Like, how nuts is that? Like, just think about that. Like, 100 TMs. Like, every single TM you've ever had, like, in Pokemon. TM, like, 56. TM 69. TM 26. You know? Like, all those TMs. And now we have 100 of them. It's pretty crazy. Like, when I first picked that up, I thought it was kind of weird. These boulders, you can get through them later. When you get the Tauros ability, which you don't get towards until like you finish like the first challenge on this island. Sorry about that. Had a bit of an issue there, but we're back now. But yeah, like I was saying, you don't get it until you can start riding Tauros, and you don't start riding Tauros until a bit later on in the game. As of right now, there's nothing to do at this motel here. You can find a super potion route there. But yeah, it's just like, ugh. Hello, Mr. Toddler Guy. Preschooler Pistons full power. What is that like is that like your elementary school thing? I was the Campy Cougars when I was in elementary school. I still remember our song. It was like the Notre Dame theme. Like it was like I don't know why, but they just like made up lyrics like with the Notre Dame like fight song. And I had no idea like what the Notre Dame fight song was. Like, it was just like, I was just like a kid. Like, I didn't understand. I thought it was just like I just thought it was a song like they just made up. But no, they totally just gypped it. It was hilarious. I love Spearow. I think Spearow is better than Pidgey. I think I talked about this before. Like, I'm more of a Spearow guy than Pidgey. I just think Spearows are a bit more ferocious and a bit more design-wise, like, better than you know, Pidgeys. I think Pidgeotto is really cool, but then I think Pidgeot is kind of lame, and I don't know why I think that. I think Pidgeotto and his mullet is actually pretty okay, and I can respect it. Brrr! Delibird! It seems to want to follow it to the berry fields. Can I walk away, or no? Do I have to do this? Oh yeah, I have to do this. What, Delibird? Brrr! Has hold of your back and won't let go. It seems like it wants to go to the berry fields. Alright, fine. I'll go to the berry fields and I'll save whatever. I wonder what's happening. Oh my god, it's Team Skull again. Those numbskulls. What are you doing, man? You got a lame bunch of berries now, Team Skull. Taking berries off your hands is just the start of our plans, yo. No, not our berries. Let's get figgy with it. Watch while I nab me some berries. I'll share my berries for free with any Pokemon, but you'll have not a single one from me. So what, I'm lower than a Pokemon? I already got self-esteem issues, man. Why does my dad hate me so much? And what are you looking at, huh? Yo, hold up, you got a bone to pick with us, homie? You and Cap may have beat us at the marina, but you won't be so lucky if we get serious, yo. Appreciate your concern, child, but these Team Skull punks do nothing but talk big and act small. You carry on with your island challenge, don't give them a moment's notice. Yo, we're standing right here. At least act a little bit afraid of something, you know? Yo, you trying to run away? We're gonna have to take your Pokemon along with the berries. Yo, check out hard-headed Team Skull, blah. So, they throw Team Skull at you, and, like, these two guys, like, at the beginning of the game, and then, like, you never see these two guys again. Like, you just see a bunch of other Team Skull grunts. And, like, as sad as that is, like, these guys are pretty nice for comic relief in the game. A lot of people like the Team Skull theme song. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's a mess. Like, I just don't think it sounds very good. Let's do Astonish, because Astonish should be able to... I'm just gonna Walkaboo! Gotcha! Drowsy's pretty bulky in his own right, actually. I actually like Drowsy a lot. Like, I always thought he was kind of cool, like, where you could find him in, like, the original Red and Blue games. Like, I always thought he was kind of neat. You could catch him in, like, that place that was, like, to the east of, like, Vermilion City. And you can catch a bunch of other cool Pokemon there, too. I think you can catch, like, Ekans there or something, too. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Actually, isn't Ekans, like, west of Cerulean? I don't know. I can't remember. But, I always liked his cry. I always liked the blah, 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 blah. I thought it was cool. Yeah, I'm so annoyed right now, homie. Let's go mess with Lima again. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Verdant Cavern is pretty close by anyways. Verdant Cavern is close by anyways. I sounded like a robot. Verdant Cavern is close by anyways. Blah, blah, blah. What's up, old guy? Ho, you and that Rowlet there did quite the number on him. Allow me to thank you for driving off those Team Skull numbskulls. They don't really call them numbskulls towards the end of the game. They kind of take them a little bit more seriously towards the end of the game, which is really nice. Like, I'm glad that Team Skull wasn't just like a running joke, you know? I'm also going to steal berries. These berries. Persim Berry. Very nice. Very, very nice. We have another Persim Berry. Ooh, okay. Is there more? And there's another Persim Berry. So we just stole the berries that we tried to save from not being stolen. It's okay to steal as long as it's you that's doing the stealing. If other people are doing the stealing, it's not okay. So when they said Verdant Cavern was pretty close, they weren't lying. Because past this grass, there's a Pokemon Center that you can heal up at, and then right across the street from the Pokemon Center is Verdant Cavern. But first we gotta deal with this fucking chick right here. Cottonee. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Cottonee and Petalil are exclusive to each game. I forgot all about that. I'm gonna go ahead and use Peck here. He's gonna get a growth in. I'm not sure if it's gonna survive the Peck, honestly. I can't imagine it would. It did, okay. So it is pretty bulky for a Cloud, you know? When I think of Clouds, you know, I think Clouds are, like, easily breakable, you know? Like, you could probably split a Cloud if you really wanted to. Like, go right through it. Cut it with a knife. You know, like airplanes. Like, airplanes go through clouds all the time. And it's like, hey, like, you just go right through them. I'm glad Grimer was able to get the level up there. Very, very nice. So let's get past this patch of grass here. We're going to get a required Pokemon fight here. It's either going to be Rattata or Makuhito. And of course it's Rattata. Ooh, doo-doo-doo-doo. I hate Rattata. I just don't like the Pokemon at all. I think I'm just going to run from the battle because I really just didn't want to do that. Because, like, it's just so pointless. Like, it doesn't really give you that much EXP. But if you wanted to, you can go ahead and fight Growlithe's here. You can go ahead and fight that guy too, but I think I'm going to take a pass on most of these guys. Let's go ahead. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and fight this girl too. Because why not? I'm not going to fight the Farmer Brown over there. Maybe I'll do that off-screen. But, I'd really like to just progress with the story right now. This girl only has one Pokemon. I actually remember this girl pretty vividly. Like, I knew she had the Cutiefly. You can also find that on this route if you really wanted one. I was very much considering the Cutiefly for my team, but I basically ran out of room. If I could have had one more Pokemon, I might have used Cutiefly, but there are also a lot of other Pokemon that I would like to use in this playthrough. Just because, like, I really like them, and because, like, I feel like they're not really used all that often. Maybe they are used more often than not. I feel like Cutiefly is really good, too. Like, Ribombee is a pretty nice Pokemon to have. How's it, Chase? Your Pokemon doing alright? Yeah, they're fine. Well, I know my team's seen bad days, that's for sure. Are you gonna... I know what a Pokemon Center is. Let's stop by the PMC. Okay, man. Whatever you want. I was gonna heal my Pokemon, but hey, what are you gonna do? You know that Verdant Cavern place, right? I guess it's kind of like sacred to Tapu Koko. You aren't even allowed to go into it unless you're on the Island Challenge. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I have something pretty crazy to share with you, Chase. You lucky thing, you. 3 revives, which is actually really helpful in this early in the game. You're about to have a really tough fight. Like, this fight coming up is actually pretty hard early on in the game. So, it's important... Wait, where's he... What'd you do? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna heal my Pokemon. And then this is probably where I'm gonna call it an episode. We're getting a little longer into the episode, so I'd like to make Verdant Cavern its whole entire episode. So we'll see what happens there. In the next episode, though, we will go ahead and do our first trial at Verdant Cavern, which is right across the street from here. So I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching.